We are now live. Hope everybody's had a great. Today is Tuesday, January. I think we got 21st. That's when I'm recording this. If you're watching this on replay, that's how long ago this happened. So that means you need to start watching them live so you don't have to watch them later. But if you're watching this on replay, it's all good. If you're watching this live, leave a comment. Tell me your name and location. My name is Dre Baldwin. We got a cold front coming through Miami right now. It's going down into the 40s tonight, that don't never happen. So that's definitely a cold front. So I know it's cold wherever y'all are. If you anywhere other than Hawaii, I know it's pretty cold wherever you are in the United States. What's going on? John over turf. As you come into the stream, tell me your name and location. Name and locations as you're coming to the live stream. My name is Dre Baldwin. Today we are talking about exposure. Talking about getting your name out there. Excuse me. Putting yourself out there, getting your name out there, getting people to know who you are, know what you're about, know what you represent. If you're watching this on replay, it's all good. Make sure you go get the free book, The Mirror of Motivation, at mirrorofmotivation.com. I'm going to introduce myself. We're going to get right into it. I ain't even waiting. Look, my name is Dre Baldwin. Many know me as Dre all day. I am a former 9-year professional athlete. I'm now an entrepreneur, owner of Work On Your Game Incorporated, author of 25 books, creator of over 7,000 videos, 6,000 blog posts, 1,400 podcast episodes. I've created over 15,000 pieces of content over the years. Nobody has created more content than me. There's nobody you can name who's created more content than me. Ain't nobody better than me. What I do is take the mental game tools necessary to be successful in professional sports and teach you how to apply those to your business, your life, and your sport if you happen to play sports as well. LaJarvis Murphy, what's up? Mubarak One Ibrahim, I guess that is. Big fan since day one. I appreciate you. Today we're talking about exposure and reach. Reach meaning, the reach of your name or the reach of your work or the reach of your brand. The reason I'm talking about this is because a lot of people ask about exposure. People say, I'm an athlete. I want to get more exposure for my game so I can play at a higher level, or so I can get a scholarship, or so I can go play pro, or I can get on a better team. People in business say my business needs more exposure because if I got more exposure, then I will have more clients, more customers, I make more money, something like that. So not everybody, but a lot of people believe that they want more exposure for their brand or for their business. Well, let's talk about what exposure is. And once you understand what it is, then you can start asking yourself, are you really taking actions to get yourself exposure, or are you just talking about it? If any of you ever used any kind of photo editing app, and there are plenty of them now because, people edit their photos and use filters and stuff to post on social media. Whenever I use is a photo editing app that I use that has a setting for exposure. When you go to the exposure one and you can slide the little slider, you can slide it down or you can slide it up. And what I've read, I'm definitely not a photographer, not a professional by any means, but I've read some stuff about photography, and they say the way that I remember it, and I may even have this wrong, but I think I got it close enough, that the exposure of a photograph, whether you're taking the photo or it's already taken and you're editing the photo, the exposure is just a measure of how much light is being let into the lens. More light let in equals more exposure, less light let in equals less exposure. It's not the same as brightness, and I can't explain you the difference, but they're not the same because I've seen the setting for brightness, I've seen the setting for exposure. And the thing is, with exposure, that means letting more light in. If you want to expose yourself, thinking about yourself, your brand, and your goods, your offer, whatever it is you're putting out there to the world, how much light are you letting in? In other words, how much are you letting people know about you, know what you're doing, know your strengths and weaknesses, your flaws, who you're helping, what exactly you're going to help people with, how you're going to get them a better result than what they're already getting. How much are you allowing the light in? How much exposure are you allowing? Because if you want exposure, people got to be able to see you more. People need to see you more. You need to make yourself available to be seen more, and you got to be where the eyeballs are at. Those are the ways that you get exposure. So that means you can't get exposure by sitting on your couch or sitting in your kitchen at your phone hoping that something happens. You want to get exposure, you got to put more light on yourself. You got to turn the light up on yourself, meaning whatever it is you do well, you need to emphasize that even stronger. Whatever it is you can do to help people get better, you need to make sure everybody knows about it. And whoever it is you can help, You need to make it your business to get in front of those people. That's what it means to get exposure, more light, more seen, more visible. It has to be more obvious to people who, what, when, where, why, and how you are and how you are doing what you're doing. That's what exposure means. To create exposure, you're probably gonna need to do some reaching. And when I say reaching, I don't mean reaching like how some people say kind of as a joke, like somebody's trying too hard to get to something, but they're not quite getting there. And it's obvious that they're trying really hard to get it and it ain't working. Well, actually, that kind of is similar to what reach is, but this kind of reach, you actually get it. In basketball, for example, on defense, the coach will tell you, don't reach for the ball. What you need to do is stay in front of the people who have the ball and stay in front of the person who has the ball and, play defense with your body, not with your hands. Play defense with your feet, rather, is what they say, not with your hands. That's what it means to not reach. But when I talk about reach here, you got to do some reaching, meaning you got to reach to the audience that you're trying to get in touch with. You got to reach to the people who might already have a connection with that audience. You got to reach to the people who might have the opportunity in their back pocket that can help you get to where you want to get to. You got to do some reaching in order to create the exposure. And you got to let the light in, meaning you got to let more of what you're doing become news, become known, become public information. If you want more people to see you, if you want more people to engage with you, if you want more people to eventually, once they get to see what you got to offer, if you want them to buy into you, once they see what you have to offer, they'll buy into you. If when you get exposed, you got something good. You got something that's worthwhile. You got something that's worth people's time, money, energy, attention, focus. So what is it? If you out there looking for exposure, what are you looking for? How are you trying to get it, rather? Well, we know what you're looking for, but how are you trying to get it? What steps are you taking? How are you putting yourself out there? How many people are you reaching out to on a day-to-day when it comes to your customers, when it comes to your clients, when it comes to maybe somebody else who already knows how to do it and they can help you get on? How much of that are you actually trying to get? How much light are you shining on yourself? Because a lot of people talk about wanting exposure, they ain't doing nothing. Like sending a couple random copy-paste emails to some people who you don't even know, that you ain't even really put no time into making sure they actually get it and respond to it. That's not aiming for exposure. So a lot of people these days talk about the things that they want to do because on social media, you get applauded for talking about what you're going to do. Right, that's what gets celebrated these days. You can get on here and talk all this shit about what you going to do, what you want to do, the inspiration you just got from some person who posted something, and it sounds good, and everybody claps for it, and they're like, yeah, let's do it, we're gonna get it, and y'all hashtagging and all that bullshit. Because the reason why people co-sign it is because they do the exact same thing you're doing. That's why they co-signing it. And that which tells you through network effects. So a lot of people out here talking about doing stuff and they ain't doing nothing. They talking about doing it, but as soon as they put their phone down, they go back to being about absolutely nothing. They pick their phone up. Listen, everybody's motivated when they pick their phone up. Everybody's about something when they type in the caption out. But what are you doing to actually get your name and your information and your brand or your whatever out there to the world? There's a lot of people talking about it. Again, listen, everybody's a superstar in their captions. But what are you about in your actual, when you ain't got the phone on? All right, when you ain't talking to a bunch of people that you never even met? What are you doing when you need to get exposed? When you need to get that actual exposure that you want? So that being said, whoever has a question, we talking reach and exposure. You go ahead and post your question if you got a question. Somebody asks, is this live? Yes, it is live. And I'll take a question or two if there are any. My book, The Mirror of Motivation, you get that self-guided self-discipline. Go to mirrorofmotivation.com and see if we got any questions. I'm not sure we got any questions. And by the time I get to the bottom of these comments, it'll be a wrap. Jarvis Murphy checking in from VA. Appreciate you. Demoapi says, the masterclass changed my life. It depends on which one. Which one are you talking about? BDC Clothing. That's what's up. Thank you for the comments. John said, is it live? Yes, it is live. Got it. Jay Montez checking in from California. That's what's up. Let's see. A lot of people posting and crying emojis. I don't think I even said anything funny. All right, so we are wrapping up this live stream. Everybody have a great day. If you want to learn more from me, follow me first of all here on Instagram, because y'all know that I'm doing these live streams every day this month. I'm going to do a live stream. We'll see what we do in February. I might move it over to Facebook. I might stop doing streams. I might keep doing it. We'll see. But every month and every day this month, I'm going to do a live stream on the gram. whether it be a short one, long one, whatever. Mirrormotivation.com is where you get my book. That's the link in my bio on IG. My book, Work on Your Game, you can get that by going to workonyourgamebook.com. You get all this stuff at workonmygame.com. What else you need to know? Just follow me on Instagram. I'll tell you everything that you need to know. Follow me. Go to workonmygame.com. Oh, yeah. You want to read my daily emails? They are completely free. I write an article every single day. Go to workonmygame.com. You can sign up for my email list. You'll get the emails every day, free, straight to your inbox every morning when you wake up. Somebody said, what's better to learn from, constructive criticism or constructive conflict? A wise person learns from everything. Everybody have a great day. Work on your game. Dre all day.